CEO of TIFF.
And I'm Cameron Bailey, Artistic Director of the Toronto International Film Festival.
We are happy to be hosting our annual festival kickoff event for the first time in our home TIFF Bell Lightbox. The realization of this home was fueled by a dream of ours. This same dream has seen our festival grow into one of the most important film festivals and cultural events in the world. We measure the success of our festival against many factors. It is the films we showcase, the audience reaction to those films, the talent that emerges, and the attention the films attract from the industry and the media. We also measure our success against the support we provide and the international spotlight we shine on our healthy Canadian industry and the homegrown filmmakers who are working coast to coast on impressive and compelling stories. For 37 years, we've strived for success and have been driven to improve the experience for audiences year after year. 44 days from today, the 2012 Toronto International Film Festival will kick off, and we are certain you will be excited by what we have in store for you.
We're certainly excited right now. We take very seriously the responsibility that comes with our festival, more than just 11 days of incredible cinema. The festival is a venue for discovering and supporting both established and new talent. This year's selection features emerging filmmakers from around the world who are changing the face of cinema. This year, festival press conferences will be held on the main floor of this building in the HSBC Gallery. Did I mention that it's going to be on the main floor, so no elevators? I know many of you here in this room and watching live from around the world are pleased to hear that.
Before we announce what all of you have been waiting for, we would like to acknowledge the following organizations for their valued support. Our lead sponsor, Bell. Our major sponsors, RBC, L'Oréal Paris, Visa, and Audi. Our major supporters, the Province of Ontario, Telefilm Canada, and the City of Toronto. Our industry major supporters, the Ontario Media Development Corporation and Telefilm Canada. We would also like to thank our returning and new sponsors who creates and supports unforgettable festival experiences for our audiences.
The 37th Annual Toronto International Film Festival brings with it some exciting changes and some new developments as well. Many of these improvements are the result of feedback we received from festival attendees and some from you also. We've introduced a number of festival ticket packages and have moved our ticket package selection and redemption process online. Since 1978, Toronto audiences have been voting for their favorite festival films. In many cases, the films selected by audiences here have gone on to win critical acclaim and to win big in awards season as well. Past winners, of course, include Slumdog Millionaire, The King's Speech, and Eastern Promises. We're thrilled that BlackBerry has joined us this year as the sponsor of our BlackBerry People's Choice Awards. This year, for the first time, voting for the BlackBerry People's Choice Award will be possible online as well as at the theater, which will make it easier for our audiences to recognize their favorites. Earlier this year, we announced a new screening venue, the newly renovated Bloor Hot Dog Cinema. This will be host to Vanguard films and also to documentaries. This September, we're thrilled to be partnering with the Bloor once again. We're also incredibly proud to be presenting the Asian Film Summit at the Shangri-La Hotel in Toronto. The summit is created to be a platform for East to meet West in the film industry. On Monday, September 10th, the focus will be on fostering relationships between industry leaders, generating new ideas, and identifying new opportunities. We're excited by the possibilities and stay tuned for further programming for that Asian Film Summit. As you've seen on the screen behind us, our festival campaign this year speaks to the breadth of discoveries to be made, moments to be shared, and experiences to be had at the festival. The tagline for this year's campaign, "You Are Here," speaks to the fact that the Toronto International Film Festival exists at the intersection of sometimes divergent, sometimes unexpected, but always provocative moments. When your eyes are opened, when you make that discovery, when you see a film in an entirely new way, it's because you are here. Congratulations to our in-house creative services, editorial, and marketing teams for producing such an impactful creative campaign. All of this that you see is done on the 4th and 5th floors, so we really thank the people who put that together this year.
I'd also like to acknowledge our team of programmers who've been out scouting and discovering films to bring to Toronto audiences. Your work, your commitment, your knowledge, and your passion are the driving forces behind this festival, and we thank you. And now to the matter of the films. We have much more to announce in the coming weeks. However, today we are thrilled to announce that our world premiere galas will include Ben Affleck's Argo, starring Ben Affleck, Bryan Cranston, and John Goodman. David O. Russell's Silver Linings Playbook, starring Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, and Jennifer Lawrence. Sergio Castellito's Twice Born, starring Penelope Cruz and Emile Hirsch. Roger Michel's Hyde Park on Hudson, starring Bill Murray, Laura Linney, and Olivia Williams. Gary Shinde's English Binglish, starring Sridevi. Shola Lynch's documentary Free Angela and All Political Prisoners. Liz Garbus's documentary Love Marilyn, featuring Uma Thurman, Paul Giamatti, and Glenn Close, amongst many others. Mike Newell's Great Expectations, starring Ray Fiennes, Helena Bonham Carter, and Jeremy Irvin. We're also thrilled to be presenting the world premieres of 2 Canadian galas. Rubenada's Inescapable, starring Marissa Tomei, Joshua Jackson, and Alexander Siddig, and Ruba is here with us today. And Deepa Mehta's Midnight's Children, Deepa and cast members Anita Majumdar and Zaid Sheikh are here with us today as well.
Can Ruba, Deepa, anyone from those 2 films please stand up and be acknowledged? Where are you? Great. Congratulations.
Fantastic that the 2 galas we're announcing are both directed by women.
Other galas making their North American premieres at the Toronto International Film Festival include Mira Nair's The Reluctant Fundamentalist, starring Kate Hudson, Kiefer Sutherland, Liev Schreiber, and Riz Ahmed. Robert Redford's The Company You Keep, starring Shia LaBeouf, Susan Sarandon, and Anna Kendrick. He Jin-ho's Dangerous Liaisons, starring Zhang Ziyi, Cecilia Chung, and Jang Dong-gun. Nikolai Arcel's A Royal Affair, starring Mads Mikkelsen and Alicia Vikander. Hideki Takeuchi's Thermae Romai, starring Hiroshi Abe. Billy Bob Thornton's Jane Mansfield's Car.
In our special presentations program, we're pleased to announce the world premieres of Zaid Douari's The Attack, Neil Jordan's Byzantium, starring Gemma Arterton, Sam Riley, and Shursa Ronan, Costa Gavras' Capital, starring Gad Al-Maleh and Gabriel Byrne, Tom Tykwer, Andy Wachowski, and Lana Wachowski's Cloud Atlas, starring Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, Susan Sarandon, Jim Broadbent, and Hugh Grant. Balthazar Kormaker's The Deep, starring Olafur Darre Olafsson. Nishikawa Miwa's Dreams for Sale. David Ayer's End of Watch, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Mike Pena. Laurent Cante's Foxfire, starring Ali Liebert and Tamara Hope. Noah Baumbach's Frances Ha, starring Greta Gerwig. Sally Potter's Ginger and Rosa, starring Elle Fanning, Alice Englert, Christina Hendricks, and Annette Bening.
And there's more. Margareta von Trotta's Hannah Arendt, starring Janet McTeer and Barbara Sukova. Robert Pulcini and Shari Springer Berman's Imogene, starring Annette Bening, Matt Dillon, and Kristen Wiig. J.A. Bayona's The Impossible, starring Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. Francois Ozon's In the House, starring Kristen Scott Thomas. Lutron's The Last Supper. Yaron Zilberman's A Late Quartet, starring Philip Seymour Hoffman, Imogen Poots, and Catherine Keener. Ben Timlett, Bill Jones, and Jeff Simpson's A Liar's Autobiography, the untrue story of Monty Python's Graham Chapman, starring Graham Chapman, the late Graham Chapman. John Cleese, Terry Jones, Michael Palin, Terry Gilliam, Carol Cleveland, and Philip Bulcock. Andrew Adamson's Mr. Pip, starring Hugh Laurie. Joss Whedon's Much Ado About Nothing, starring Clark Gregg, Nathan Fillion, and Spencer Treat Clark. Stephen Chbosky's The Perks of Being a Wallflower, starring Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, and Ezra Miller.
Derek Cianfrance's The Place Beyond the Pines, starring Rose Byrne, Ray Liotta, and Ava Mendez. Dustin Hoffman's Quartet, starring Maggie Smith and Bill Connolly. Stuart Bloomberg's Thanks for Sharing, starring Mark Ruffalo, Tim Robbins, and Gwyneth Paltrow. Nenad Sisson Sane's The Time Being, starring Frank Langella, Sarah Paulson, and Wes Bentley. Mackin Baird's Venus and Serena, with Venus and Serena Williams. Josh Boone's Writers, starring Jennifer Connelly, Greg Kinnear, and Kristen Bell. And Aaron Rickless's Zaytoon, starring Stephen Dorff.
Other special presentations include Stéphane Briset's A Few Hours of Spring, Joe Wright's Anna Karenina, Ramin Barani's At Any Price, Chen Kaige's Caught in the Web, Marco Bellocchio's Dormant Beauty, Anna Pitterbarg's Everybody Has a Plan, Thomas Vinterberg's The Hunt, Ariel Vroman's The Iceman, Joachim Ronning and Espen Sandberg's Kon-Tiki, and Kate Shortland's Lore.
Pablo Larraín's No, Takeshi Kitano's Outrage Beyond, Matteo Garone's Reality, Jacques Audiard's Rust and Bone, Wayne Blair's The Sapphires, Ben Lewin's The Sessions, Stephen Fung's Tai Chi Zero, and Terrence Malick's To the Wonder, starring Ben Affleck, Rachel McAdams, and Javier Bardem. Now here's a look at a few of the special presentations we've just announced.